Here's Jacob Smith. His shot, he scores! Centering pass. Oh, what a sensational save. It's 2-on-1. Here's Chesson winding up for one-timer. Savino, he scores! Chong with a brilliant move. She scores! Shoots, he scores! We are live from the Edge Ice Arena in Bensonville for the AHAI Combined Varsity Semifinal, a J&M Media production right here in your home for AHAI Hockey YouTube Live. Good evening, everybody, and welcome into tonight's first semifinal broadcast of the combined division between the Libertyville Ice Cats and the Prep Hockey Club. Alongside Wes Anderson down at ice level and Dylan Ward to my right. I am Max Anderson, and along with our all-star technical crew, we have all of the live game action for you here from the Edge. Dylan, these two teams have yet to face each other here on the season. Play in separate divisions, obviously have an eye on each other. Prep comes in the favorite as the 1 seed here. Libertyville looking to pull the upset.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting battle. Obviously, we saw Prep last year as the 1 seed as well get upset in the semifinals by Wheaton West, and who eventually lost to the Warriors Hockey Club in that state championship. But, you know, this Prep team, it's the same goal as last season. They want to get to the United Center, and they want to win the trophy on that ice.
And for first-year head coach Libor Usternal, he's looking to lead this Libertyville Ice Cats team to the United Center. Coming into this game, this is the most successful season in the history of the Ice Cats program. And for more on how they're going to look to make that journey down to West Madison, we'll send it down to ice level where Wes Anderson standing by with Libertyville Ice Cats head coach Libor Usternal.
Thanks, Max. Coach, coming off a 3-1 win against Waubonsie on Sunday, what are you guys looking to carry over into tonight's game?
Well, keep it simple. Also, biggest thing is stay out of the penalty box. Our strength is play 5-on-5. My D really performed very well last game. Keep it simple, get the puck out of the zone, the pressure, using the long passes to stretch the pass to the neutral zone. And my forwards just get it deep, and we have a really good forecheck. That's what we'll try to do today, exactly the same thing. Keep it confident, work hard, win the battles, we'll be first on pucks. Hey, let's score more goals.
Of course, 37 wins, the most in school history. Just tell me what it would mean for this club to make it in the state championship game next Sunday.
Listen, when they bring me to this organization, they told me they'd be happy to win 10 games. I pretty much told them, I'm not joining this team to win 10 games. I told them, I'm coming here to win the state. They laugh at me, but now we're in a point, 2 games left to be a state champion. Boys really work hard for this. I'm hard on them, but I'm fair with them. They understand what I'm expecting. They become bigger men. They become harder workers. They become a team. They deserve where they are, and our job's not over yet. I have a huge belief we can get it done.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck today. Guys, back up to you.
Dylan, our first chance to talk to Libor Usternal, and he is supremely confident in his team. He expects nothing less than their best excellence on the ice. He's trying to lead this team to a big upset here over Prep.
Yeah, we heard the expectation when he was brought in as head coach, 10 wins. I mean, you know, that's not a lot of pressure for a head coach coming into this position, but the fact that he, at the beginning of the season, knew that he had a lot more to show for this team, and now he's proved it at this level, 1 win away from playing on professional ice.
Of course, a former second-round pick of the Atlanta Thrashers, had been coaching in some AA, got this opportunity, really wanted to get into high school hockey and really dig his teeth in at this level. This was something he wanted to get into. So year 1 lead in the semifinals. You talked about Prep earlier, got upset in the state semifinals last year. They're looking to really prove their undefeated regular season record out there in Illinois West, brought it into the tournament where they've been on a roll. They feel like they have a date with destiny at the United Center.
Yeah, and Prep, you know, in recent years, they've emerged as the big dominant team, kind of like the New Trier Green of this combined division tournament. And so when they lost last season in that heartbreaking fashion with 2 goals in the final 2 minutes of the game, you know, for all the guys that were on the team last season that are still on the team this season, you know that they are hungry for that state championship game.
For Prep, it's all about Michael Delia in net. He had an outstanding regular season, better than 94% save percentage over the course of 27 starts for this Prep hockey club. He's taken it up a notch here in the playoffs. He's over 97% save percentage. He is, by many accounts, the best goaltender at the combined level, possibly at any level in the state of Illinois.
Yeah, Max, not the biggest sample size. 2 games played here in this state tournament, but you talked about that save percentage. You talked about the goals against average as well, 0.57, averaging just over half a goal per game played.
Meanwhile, on the other side, Vinny Simonian came up huge in that semifinal and what some consider an upset over that Waubonsie Power. We've talked about Prep, Waubonsie, Maine. Many of the powers in the combined division, Maine and Waubonsie, they're out of this tournament, right? So some new blood here towards the end of this bracket.
Yeah, you know, we've got the Final Four ahead of us with this game and the one right after between Chicago North and Lincoln Way. Prep is the only team out of the Final Four that is a top 4 seed.
Yeah, upsets up and down the bracket. So we are narrowing in on puck drop here. 15 minutes up on the clock. And one of these 2 teams is going to look to set the stage. They'll be able to kick back after and watch game 2. But a lot of work to be done between then and now. Robert Zinkowicz at the face-off dot for the Ice Cats. Good crowd here on hand. Of course, 6 o'clock start. Always a little bit tough to get here at the edge at that hour, but slowly filling in. We saw that the way that transpired for that second game of the Red Varsity on Wednesday night.
No kidding.
We're underway as Nick Lamberg trying to play the puck through the neutral zone eventually falls onto the stick of Kosovic. Bells, who had a couple of goals in the semifinals, looking to keep that scoring streak ahead. He's got 3 in 2 games. Now we get a whistle as finally puck is touched by the Ice Cats. Just 34 seconds in, it's going to be a high stick.
And Max, you talk about the successful season here for the Ice Cats. I mean, they're big rivals with Carmel Catholic, of course, out of the SHL. They play a couple of games every season, obviously just exhibitions, but just big rivalry games. They packed the house, both student sections, and the Ice Cats won both of them.
Melokranakis in the corner trying to play it below the goal. Now Dobrin steps in the way. Here's Kyle Bourne. Up the boards, just missing Tyler Kolb, who's had a sensational season for this Ice Cats team. Really their leader, their team captain, the guy that makes everything go is 16 in orange, Tyler Kolb.
Yeah, 27 goals, 33 points, 33 assists, 60 points on the campaign. An unbelievable season for him.
So we're going to get an offensive, we're going to come out to the neutral zone, with 14:02 left here in the first period. A little bit of a wonky start here to get going. Bunch of face-off draws in the first minute. Trying to find some fluidity in play with Ola Schnur on the back end, taking the puck. Rink wide finds Joey Mavilla. Mavilla's centering pass, deflected, backhanded shot wide of the net off the stick of Corey. Chipped off the boards and out safely out of the Prep zone. Of course, this Ice Cats program made up of players from Libertyville and Vernon Hills primarily. Big hit is letting the puck go is Kudin. Meanwhile, Prep comes in a combination of Palatine, Rolling Meadows, Elk Grove, and Prospect. Below the goal line, Corey plays it around back. Albrecht thought about pinching up from his defensive spot, thought better about it. Ends up popping out to the high slot area, but no one from the Prep side could get a shot towards net. Once again, cleared. And this will go far enough down the ice for an icing.
Yeah, you're right, Max, about the wonky start here. It seems like these teams haven't really gotten to a groove yet. Neither of them has hit the net with a shot yet. Still 0-0 in that regard. We saw the puck sitting behind the net, waiting for a big scoring opportunity here early.
Face-off draw pops out to the slot, but Johnny on the spot's Justin Bennis. He comes up in transition, hands off to Joey Ori. Ori has the puck taken off his stick. That puck just pops out of the zone. Schkapp couldn't get there in time, so it'll be offsides.
Interesting. That wasn't going on net. I'm wondering why that wasn't a delayed offsides call. The whistle blew immediately there. No opportunity for the Ice Cats to tag up.
So neutral zone face-off here. Both teams still feeling their way out here in this semifinal. Good crowd on hand. You see to our left. Good student section up for the Ice Cats. Now a centering pass, big shot. And the first big save of the game from Simonian as Jacob Horcher had a lot of space in the slot. Back the other way comes Schkapp. Schkapp up from his defensive spot, trying to get scoring chances started here for the Ice Cats. Balls to Tyler Kolb. Lamberg whacking away at it. Bells throws his body around, trying to create some space. Eventually falls the back end, and Dominic Graziani. Graziani up the left wing. Gives away to Lamberg. His shot well wide. Albrecht this time is going to pinch up, keep the play moving for Bells, but couldn't catch up to it. And it'll be easily an exit for Sebastian Vajegas. Here's Albrecht once again. Chips it past his intended target of Melo Kronakis. Dobrin was waiting for it in front of his bench. That's going to be offsides if anybody from Prep plays it. So they clear the zone and give Lucas Kudin a chance to reset for the Ice Cats. Here's Kolb. Kolb's intended target, and Dobrin misses everybody. Dobrin saying he tipped the puck, but it's going to be icing. We'll come back in the Ice Cat zone.
It's been a while since the save happened, but finally we get a whistle to talk about it. Simonian tested early. You see the net come off as Weidman bumps into it. They fixed it on the spot, but a huge test early for the first shot you see.
Yeah, in good position was Simonian. This one comes in on 31 in orange. He usually kicks it to the corner, falls to the stick of Zinkowicz. Zinkowicz, be a hand pass if played by anybody in orange, but it was played by Albrecht, so we'll play on. Albrecht sprawling to keep the play alive, but only as far as the stick of Schkapp, and he chips it back out into the neutral zone. Played off the boards, back down to the neutral zone. Tossing it deep is Coffey. Prep's going to get full sail changes here, so no forecheck. Zinkowicz trying to rink wide pass, has it taken off his stick by Malakonakis. Schkapp takes a check, much to the delight of the growing Prep student section behind the Ice Cats goal. Of course, if you're with us on Wednesday night, you saw some huge crowds, especially for that second game. Especially on a Friday night, can understand a little bit of a late arriving crowd here at the Edge.
More and more keep making their way in.
Absolutely, it's starting to fill out as we play along. Chipped out by Blake Rossi, he misses everybody. That's going to be another icing. So Ice Cats really having some problems getting the puck cleanly out of their zone.
Yeah, guys, you talk about the lack of shots on goal. Definitely some nervous energy from both sides, especially this Ice Cats team down on their bench right now. They're pleading their offense to get it going. Definitely that nervous energy leading to the lack of wanting to turn the puck over there in that offensive zone.
Yeah, Wes, you can really see the forecheck of Prep really not allowing this Libertyville Vernon Hills combined squad to get much going offensively from their back end. Ice Cats are going to have to do some dumping and chasing, get Prep to back off a little bit. It's chipped off the boards, misses everybody again, another icing. Oh, but played, or I believe it was waved, one of the two.
Not sure why, Max.
Looked like pretty textbook icing to me, but we'll play on. This spins around the back of the net. Albrecht, rink wide with some space. Here's Malakonakis. Centering pass, a deflection. Just misses the net off the stick of Dean Kosovic. And back out into neutral ice. So really Prep putting the pressure on here early. So far the Ice Cats able to withstand, but yet to really see much of anything in on Michael Delia on the Prep side here. 7 minutes into the game.
Still just one shot on goal in the contest belongs to Prep.
Kosovic from the back end, rink-wide pass, finds Bells with some space up the right wing. He goes between one, but he's sandwiched by two orange sweaters off the puck. Hensley was pinching to try to keep it going. We're going to get a whistle as the goal came off its post.
Next, want to talk again about the student sections, continuing our conversation from earlier. Both these teams have some pretty big student sections in the house. One thing I always wondered is why they put the student section on the same side that you only shoot in the second period. Here in this game, Prep is over on the side that they are shooting twice. Libertyville, the same thing. I like that way better.
Yeah, it's a little bit more a fun way, right? When you score, more likely to score. You got your team and student section right there to celebrate with. Ryan Nouse carrying the puck all the way into the offensive zone. Shoots that one just high and wide of the cage. Kept in at the far point by Coffey.
Another missed shot there for Prep.
Here's Rosansky carrying it below the goal. Trying to get it out to Nouse, but active stick from Ben Schaap. Is able to get it back out into center ice. You can see Prep just continues to volley pucks in deep. They want to keep the pressure in on this Ice Cats team at all costs, and so far, this Ice Cats team does not have a recipe to break this pressure. Zinkowicz trying to force a turnover here to see if he can get started that way, but again, it comes back out, pops over the stick of Villegas.
Max, we are now over halfway through this period. Still just one shot in the game.
That shot on net is wide of the cage. No threat to Delia yet. Now scramble in the corner. 4 or 5 bodies coming together to battle it out. Eventually comes free side of the net. But Zinkowicz couldn't get a shot in on the netminder. Dean Kosovic tries to play up in front of his bench, eventually forced out, and Ice Cats are just going to have to fire it deep as they had to clear the zone. Centering pass, and it's bouncing around, just misses the far post. I don't think Delia ever saw that puck. That just missed the net. Lambert trying to poke it around one man. Is able to just get it out of the zone. Villegas stops the action there and drops it back deep. Now Bells with some space up the left wing. Bells on his backhand. Backhand in on net. Follow up. Goal looks like it's off its post, but for now we're going to keep playing.
I think it was Max's. The goaltender reaches back to fix it there.
Another icing for the Ice Cats. We'll head back into their defensive zone for a draw. Under 6 minutes left in the first.
Guys, Ice Cats operating in a bend, not break type atmosphere in the defensive zone. They've only allowed 3 shots so far, able to collapse pretty well when that puck moves to the middle of the ice. They're going to have to do a better job of bringing pucks out if they're going to stay in this game.
Yeah, that's been the key so far. Wes identified it well too. They're just having trouble breaking out of their own zone. And the pressure of Prep. Feels like only a matter of time before they find one. Here's a big slap shot by Albrecht, but Blake Rossi steps in front of it. No cross center ice, drop it deep. Joey Mavilla giving chase in the corner, falls to Lambert. Drops it up the boards of Melikranakis. They'll carry it through. Bells tries a tip forward, but stops it a little bit too stiffly, so couldn't get it deep. Shot from distance from Dawson, easily kicked aside by Simonian. Schaap goes D to D with Bourne. Bourne off the boards, but misses his intended target. Giordano gives to Nouse. His shot just misses the far post. Best look the Prep's had in quite some time. Here's Schaap collecting below the goal line. Trying to make its way to Daniel Gromov. Elling right in front of the Zamboni's doors. That looked like it was played by High Stick and Nouse, but no call. Again, an Ice Cats icing. I mean, we've got to be up to 10 or more icings already on the Ice Cats, and we're just 10 minutes into the game.
Yeah, that was definitely close to a high stick. Very borderline. West down there at ice level probably got a better view of that.
Yeah, it looked like it was below the shoulder theirs. But yeah, I'm down there on the Ice Cat bench, and they're just content with icing the puck when they have tired players in the defensive zone, get some fresh legs out there, try and stop this barrage of the Prep offense right now.
Here's a sharp angle shot off the back of the net. The Prep student section thought it was the first goal, but we're still at 0-0. Albrecht for Lamberg. Lamberg surveying his options, goes up top. Lamberg off balance shot there as Albrecht nearly wiped out as he was trying to take that one-timer.
Ice Cat student section letting him hear it too.
Here's Zinkowicz. Shot in on net. I think that will be the first shot on goal for the Ice Cats.
Spot on, Mex.
Sometimes you just got to get one on net, get it started. Here's a play between the legs. Big save. Noah Kranakis had a good chance on net, but Simonian continues to be a wall in net for the Orange Sweaters.
Great play by Melikranakis there, finding a chance out of seemingly nothing. At the end of it, it was one-on-one with the goaltender.
Up the left wing comes Scoria. Now loose in the slot, big hit. As protecting the puck was Weidman. Pops out to Coffey, far point. He rips a shot, hits the shoulder of an Orange Sweater. Another stuff attempt, but Simonian keeps it out. Prep continues to keep the pressure on. Rossi intercepts at center ice. Woodman on his wing, big save. First big one of the game for Delia, and now we're going to get the first penalty of the game. And motion starting to get running here at the edge in Bensonville.
Yeah, Weidman is the player that goes down. You'll probably get a look here on the replay. First, that chance. And yeah, he gets tripped up. That'll be the penalty to send the Ice Cats to the power play. And he was fired up after drawing that penalty. He was saying a couple of words to some of the Prep skaters and skating back to the bench with attitude.
We keep it PG here on J&M Media, so
that's why we don't mic up the
some
players.
Of those. Exactly. We get asked, but we very intentionally do not often get the players. Here's Scap, up top Kolb. Kolb winds up, shoots. Delia saw it all the way through traffic. Squeezes it with the left glove.
Guys, we talked about the lax of shots on goal through the first half of this first period. It seems like the last 2 to 3, the goalies have really stolen the show. Simonian with a few left pad saves to keep his team tied, and then Delia on the opposite end with a great left pad save right before that penalty.
Tied up right off the face-off draw. Puck, Delia having trouble dropping his glove on it. Gave an extra chance to Bourne. Kept in at the point by Kolb. Quick move up the left wing. Backhanded shot still loose in front. Chip just over the net. Another stuff attempt, but kicked aside by Delia. And eventually cleared, but a good start to the power play here for the Ice Cats.
Yeah, no kidding, Max. They have gotten 4 shots on goal here in the opening. Let's see, I guess it's 40 seconds
and
of
we
the
got
power
another.
play
Looks
so
like
far.
we're gonna have another penalty here.
Oh,
Against
they got to give it up.
Prep.
Give them the puck. Get a 5-on-3. That's what I'm doing.
I don't know that the players noticed it. I didn't notice it at all, to be honest with you. Finally shot in on net, still not touched. But Dylan, to your point, usually you want to give that up as quickly as possible. Have that 5-on-3, but Ice Cats want to play on. Here's Scap. His shot deflects in front.
It is 6-on-4 now, but
the conventionalism is usually to give up the puck, but not for Usernol. This finally comes out of the zone, and they continue to play here with the ref getting his left arm tired there. It's been up for a while.
Well, when you've got an Atlanta Thrashers draft choice behind the bench, I'm not going to question it.
It certainly invites a little bit of benefit of the doubt behind the net, looking for an angle, drops the Cobb, centering pass, finally played by Prep, so it'll be a 31-second 5-on-1 coming up, or 5-on-3, excuse me.
I have to take a look at this replay here. Libertyville, Vernon Hills on this power play. Plenty of chances as you see the save there by Delia. We get the second prep player in the box. Jacob Horcher goes for high sticking on that one. You can't do that from the fans of the Ice Cats.
5-on-3 underway. Here's Kudin. Outside to Cobb. His shot deflects up into the netting and will stay down in the prep zone.
And this is a big-time opportunity for the Ice Cats here on this 5-on-3. It's something that you dream of having in games like this where, you know, if you're going to be real with yourself, you're the underdog in this game. Prep, the favorite as the number 1 seed. Boy, if you can get a goal here, it's got to be a good feeling on the bench.
Especially the way Prep's controlled most of this first period. But here's Bells shorthanded. Very least he's going to waste some time. Now he might even draw a penalty. He does. Exactly what Bells was going for. You could tell the entire way down the ice. He wanted someone to pull on his hands or put a stick between his legs, and he earned it there. As that'll eliminate the rest of this 5-on-3. It'll still be 5-on-4 for another 13 seconds. Excuse me, 4-on-3 for another 13 seconds.
Guys, that's why he wears that A on his chest. He's very aware that he needs to draw a penalty there, trying to even things up a little bit for Prep here, and uses a ton of speed, come down that left-hand side. And easy call for if you're the ref there. It goes down, an obvious hold.
And Wes, the conventional wisdom 5-on-3 is just to fire that puck down the ice and dump it, but Bells saw enough space, and then you could really tell as soon as he broke the blue line, he even took a little bit of a look over his shoulder, saw that the player was in that trailing position. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah, just talks about the confidence that he has in his own ability to think that he could even beat.
Oh, wow, 2 penalties going up on the board here against.
Wow. Jimmy, can we get another look at that replay of the penalty? As Prep was coming back down into the zone because there were 2 guys on him.
Did you get an explanation down there on the bench, Wes? I know we didn't even really anticipate it.
No, this Ice Catch coaching staff's pretty hot. Wasn't really sure why there was 2. Definitely a hold on the 1, but can't really see where there would be a second penalty called there.
So a rare 3-on-3 here in regulation. Albrecht here, a lot of open ice. So it'll eventually be a short 5-on-3. Here's a shot and squeezing it is Simonian.
And 1 man out of the box as well for Prep now. So short-lived on the 3-on-3, but now you get the 4-on-3, kind of that OT power play look. Obviously, these teams both play in the IHSHL North Central, which does not have overtime at all. They just go immediately to a tie after regulation. So a very rare situation for both these clubs.
Trying to leak out of the zone, but kept in. Here's Albrecht. He skates forward, shoots that one just over the crossbar. Now a minute 20 left, or I should say a minute left, 4-on-3. Then they'll have a short 5-on-3. Kosovic across to Melokranakis. Melokranakis looks, shoots, right pad save by Simonian, kicking it to the corner and cleared alertly by Blake Rossi. That will do it for the end of the first period. Fast-moving first period. We had so much chaos there with those penalties. Didn't even notice we were getting to the expiration of this first period. But after 0-0, but plenty of action there in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, it really was, Max. We were talking about it for the entire first half of that period. Just 1 shot for Prep in the first half. And then now you look at the shots on goal after 1. Prep leads 7-5. So that just goes to show you how crazy that second half of the period was.
So we'll take a quick timeout, catch our breath, come back with second period action in just a moment, right here in your home for AHAI Hockey YouTube Live. Welcome back live here to the Edge Ice Arena in Bensenville. Semifinal number 1 between Prep and the Ice Cats. We're going to go right down to Wes Anderson, who got an explanation on the double minors that were called against the Ice Cats. Wes?
Yeah, guys, along with that hold, there's an elbow, too. It looks like the trail official, who actually had a great positioning on that, saw that trail defender also got an elbow as that player came down in front of the Ice Cats net.
So thank you, Wes, for gathering that between periods, and it leaves us with a 4-on-3 here to start the second period. And should this remain the same here, we will go to a brief 5-on-3 for Prep if the Ice Cats can kill the next 38 seconds. Back underway here. Melchernakis carries into the offensive zone. He'll drop back to the point, Lamberg. Lamberg back to Melchernakis. Now up top to Albrecht, back to Lamberg. His shot just missing the top right shelf. Able to collect here, 15 to go, 4-on-3. Lamberg to Albrecht. Albrecht far side, but an active stick deflects the pass by Villegas. And trying to force it out. Eventually, Lamberg just able to keep it in at the point. Villegas again trying to force it out. It's the end of the first penalty here for Prep, so they're 5-on-3 for the next 15 seconds.
Took a while to get that fifth skater on the ice, Max.
Here's Noss. Sharp angle, again an active stick, that time from Zinkowicz. Disrupts the pass, falls with 2 seconds to go here, or 1 second to go on the power play for Prep. So after all that, assuming nothing quick here off the draw, we should get back to 5-on-5 at 0-0.
See, the Prep student section has made their way over to this left side of the rink where their team is now shooting on net. Big crowd stays behind Simonian.
Big win there for Prep as they're able to get one more shot here as the Ice Cat skaters coming onto the ice. That one gets deflected just over the crossbar. Back to 5-on-5 action here at the start of the second period. Bell's below the goal line. As Kosovic back at the point, that's who will get the puck next. He's going to drop down to Melchernakis. Melchernakis gets tripped up. That's going to be another power play coming. This shot kicked aside by Simonian. Sixth skater on the ice, finally touched by Bourne. So back to the penalty kill will be the Ice Cats.
That didn't take long. You see this dive attempt on the shot block. Eventually it does get on net for Simonian. And the trailing ref back in neutral ice called the penalty as Tyler Kolb heads to the bench. Not just the scoring leader, Max, on this team, but also the penalty minutes leader, 40 in the regular season for him.
Face-off win here for Prep to Albrecht at the near point. He goes cross ice, disrupted. Kosovic follows up. Melchernakis back to Albrecht. Still trying to find a shooting lane. He shoots. It's his own man on the way to net. Never got all the way through. Lamberg below the goal. Point blank chance. They score! Matthew Melchernakis gets the game's first goal. It's 1-0 Prep.
Max, that's his first point of this AHAI State tournament. He was parked in a perfect spot right in front of the net, as we can see here on this corner cam. It was Lamberg behind the net. And actually, that goes off the skate of Kyle Bourne for the Ice Cats. That is not perfectly into the net, as that shot was actually going wide. That corner cam was a great angle of that.
So at the 13-minute mark of the second period, we've got our first goal of the game. It's the number 1 seeded Prep Hockey Club going out on top here early. Now centering pass, couldn't get all the way into Jacob Brzezinski. Now transition come the Ice Cats. It's been a minute since they've had much of a chance on net. A quick deflection from Cobb. Very nearly presented a bad opportunity defensively for Prep. Lambert and Kosovic get the 2 assists on the goal for Prep to round out your scoring. And of course, for Matthew Melchernakis, had a huge regular season. Dalton talked about it earlier, 39 total points. He gets his first playoff point. Rosansky trying to win it away from Kudin. Eventually chipped up. Here's Tyler Cobb. Cobb has to play it forward as he immediately sees the big body of Kosovic. Rink wide, now trying to bury it deep, and does is Horscher. Kosovic comes up aggressively, able to get the puck now below the goal line. Here's Villegas. He spins it around, stopped at the point. This shot has to be tapped up to get out of play by the part of Simonian, and then iced by the Ice Cats with 11:11 left here in the second.
Prep really putting the pressure on now after scoring that goal. They're fired up. It's been about 2 minutes since that goal, a little bit less, but they have just been spending that entire time in the attacking zone, not giving the puck up, getting chances. I think it's only a matter of time before they find number 2.
Face-off draw, drawn behind the goal. Blake Rossi tries to play it up off the boards, kept in by Nicholas Albrecht. Still digging at it. Bell's trying to play it out of the corner. Gets it back to the point, and Albrecht, who fires it right back down below the goal line. This prep team is keeping these Ice Cats chasing the puck here pretty consistently. Another icing.
Prep leading shots here, 9-6. Third of the way through the second period. It's still anyone's game. There's a lot of time left, but Prep is just knocking on the door for a second.
Ice Cats need to get some more movement in the offensive zone, playing a lot of defense here through the first period and a half. Now turned over as Lamberg steps in front of it. He's looking for an outlet option. Tried to go across Kosovic, couldn't get it all the way to him. Albrecht, Johnny on the spot, keeps it in the zone for Prep. Back to Lamberg. Lamberg winds up, shoots well wide of the net. Albrecht drops below. Bourne plays it to his D-man, Ben Schaap. Finally gets it out to the neutral zone. On comes Weidman. Centering pass, backhanded shot, big save. Initially loose for a moment, but Delia falls on it.
Fantastic three-way passing play by the Ice Cats as they enter the zone. You can see it here on this goal cam. That goes through the legs of one Prep defender, and it was just quick touch passes. Every guy knew that it was coming to them. Ultimately get stopped by the goaltender, though.
Ice Cats won that draw. Puck almost popped out of the zone, but able to fire it back deep was Kudin. Trying to keep it in at the point is Bennis. Here's Cobb. Leaves for Zinkowicz. Can't get a shot in. Just see how quickly Prep has taken away time and space for these Ice Cats. Not giving them much of anything in the offensive zone. Now Dobrin. He gives up Zinkowicz. Zinkowicz trying to dig it out below the goal line. Falls to Cobb. Back to Kubin. His shot, first save, second save, third save. Still loose, firing it just wide of the net. Ice Cats thought they scored. Best chance by far of the night so far for the Ice Cats. Here's Prep in transition. That's going to be offsides. Good play at the blue line by the Ice Cats. They'll take a breath.
Max, not only did the Ice Cats think they scored, I did too for a moment. Delia, 3 saves, maybe a fourth one in there. Just a scramble play by the blue paint. And
just 6 inches away from the game's first goal for
just wide.
The Ice Cats.
Wow.
So neutral zone draw to come, and in that transition play, really nice job to force that offsides because Prep had numbers, and all it was a little bit of a stick check right at the blue line to throw off the timing of the attacking Prep side. Now a late change. The Ice Cats has the Prep bench not too happy. Of course, Prep being the number 1 seed, they are the home team, so they get final change here. Spun around the boards. Skoira trying to keep it in. Here's Kosovic gloving it. We'll fire it towards net, looking for a deflection from Horscher. Now a big check in the corner. Here's Villegas. Big scramble right in the corner. Eventually pops free to Villegas. Plays up to Dobrin. You could see just the pressure, relentless from the black sweaters right now. Finally able to break it are the Ice Cats. 2-on-2 they come. Drop for Zinkowicz. Zinkowicz with space. Shoots. Blockered away by Delia. Kosovic off the board. Mosquera trying to stick handle around one man. A second. Can't complete the move. Or he had some space but turned it over.
Max, here at this point, the Ice Cats have taken the lead in shots 10-9.
Point blank chance. That shot from Melikarnakis gets steered aside. And once again chipped out by the Ice Cats. Icing waved. Cobb trying to put pressure on the prep side, but here's Lamberg. Now a stretch pass and a bad change. Bells put the puck just a little bit too far in front of him. And Lucas Kuden was there to catch up to him.
Great play by Lucas Kuden. The prep man had a step on him, but his speed was enough to get back there and prevent a shot.
Scap gets tripped up, and that's a bad penalty by Bells. He's 200 feet from his own goal and just sticks his stick out, and that is a textbook tripping. A huge break for the Ice Cats with 7:06 left in the second.
Yeah, and a big penalty killer for this prep team as well. Leads the club with 3 shorthanded goals over the course of the North Central season, so he won't be out there for them. And a big opportunity for the Ice Cats, who have been on the power play quite a few times already tonight. Nothing to show for it yet, but just a big-time chance here to get this game tied up.
So it'll technically be their third power play opportunity, but both of the first two got short-circuited by additional penalties. So let's see if they can get the full 2 minutes here and get some chance toward net. They did have a good first 30 seconds of their first power play. Let's see if they can create some chances here on offense. Zinkowicz checked off the puck as he carries it into the zone. Comes up top to Scap, but he can't handle it at the blue line, so Ice Cats have to touch up. Scap around one man, he'll carry it into the zone. Has Cobb back at the point, opts to take it below the goal line. Now a sharp angle shot, saved by Delia. Now one below the goal line. The Ice Cats are trying to change here on the power play with a minute to go on the man advantage. Able to get one defenseman out. Cross ice pass never got all the way through, but leaks away to Zinkowicz.
Max, that's where the long change is in your favor.
Here's Cobb. Top of the circle, drops. Here's a sharp angle shot off the stick of Bourne, but it goes well high and wide. Bourne along the far half wall, drops it down the wall to Cobb. Cobb loses his stick. Looks like for quite a few seconds there that Albrecht was holding 2 sticks. That would be a pretty flagrant penalty. No call. So with 15 left, Ice Cats have to clear the zone. And that once more cleared.
And as Prep clears it there, that'll virtually put an end to the power play, as it's only got 3 seconds left. But I like what I saw from that Ice Cats power play, a lot more so than earlier on in the first period. Sustained pressure.
Now Rossi turns it over to Bells. Bells was looking for a penalty, didn't get one. Here's Rossi with speed. He chips it off the boards to himself. Cuts into the slot. Here's a shot from Kuden, but deflects and never got all the way through. Rossi able to keep it in for a moment.
Look
now
out.
Breakaway for Lamberg if he can get the puck, but that's going to be offsides. Good call as Lamberg got into the zone just a little bit too soon.
Yeah, and Lamberg was wide open, waiting at the blue line for a lot longer than his teammate realized. as we get a look here at this shot after that great setup from Rossi. But if Lamberg got that puck just a couple seconds sooner, he would have had a clear-cut breakaway. Unfortunately for Prep, offside there.
Lamberg tries to play it deep to Bells. Melokranakis keeps it in. Here's Bells. Shot into the chest of Simonian. It's been a few minutes since he'd had a pretty difficult chance.
Yeah, guys down here on the Prep bench, head coach Nick Panos is pleading with his team to get more shots on Simonian down to my right. They've only had 2 or 3 shots after that goal. Expect this offense to heat up as the second period winds down.
Yeah, it's been a little bit more of an even second period after a first period that was dominated by Prep. Ice Cats certainly had their chances here in the second. Now a dump attempt. Is that going to be far enough for icing at will? So we'll head right back into the Ice Cat zone.
Saw William Beals with a chance there right before the last whistle. Does lead the team in AHAI tournament goals with 3 in the first 2 games coming into this one.
Face-off won by Prep. Turning and firing is Melokranakis, but that was wide of the cage. Here's Curry along the boards. Corey. Well, Kosovic just going to fire it deep. Noss in on the forecheck for Prep. He's going to use the body to create some space. Wins the puck. Back to Kosovic at the point. Here's Lamberg below the goal, looking for some help. Looking for Melokranakis, but couldn't get a shot off. And cleared by the Ice Cats. And that won't get far enough for icing. Good stick lift right at the last second to prevent a chance for Prep. Now a turnover. Corey gets it. Top of the circle. Tries to go across ice to Mavilla. Centering pass intercepted by Noss. Now with speed comes Scap. Scap pulls to his backhand. That shot easily kicked aside by Delia. Brzezowski has Hensley calling for the puck, couldn't get it to him. Now Chaya drops it below the goal. Hensley again. Centering pass, but that missed everybody. Ice Cats trying to skate in transition. In comes Mavilla, his shot, blockered away. Corey, sharp angle, kept aside by Delia. Now Corey checked down to the ice, fouled up, centered by Zinkowicz, but no one from the Ice Cats there to take advantage. Now Hensley with some space. He'll shoot, but hits the shin pads of Bourne. Cobb gives way to Kudin. Kudin's tripped up as he made his way up the ice. A lot of arms and horns went up, but no call. Dobrin trying to clear, but kept in by Noss. Noss up the far half wall, finds Rosansky. Centering pass, awkward save, but able to keep it out. Follow-up chance, Noss couldn't get it off. Here's Kosovic. Shot from the point, another shoulder save. That's 2 really impressive saves from Simonian. Turning and firing well wide. Those were 2 good positional saves from 31 in net for the Ice Cats.
Max wasn't able to get a jersey number on there, but one of the Ice Cats players reached a stick out to make a block in that sequence as well.
Here's another shot, fought off to the near half wall. Kosovic follows. Again, turned aside as the pressure really ramping up here from the Prep side. Again, Kosovic above the near circle. Leaves a shot in the slot. Lots of traffic, but kept out by the Ice Cats.
Suspiciously similar situation for Prep to last season. Up 1-0 here late in the second period. It was an own goal today off the skate of Kyle Bourne. I might have to check in with Luke Jordan on the clock. I think it was an own goal that Prep scored last season when they were up 1-0 before Wheaton West came back, and he gives me the nod. So,
man, I can't remember what I had for breakfast yesterday, but Dylan remembers the own goal from a year ago. That's some impressive hockey recall there, Dylan.
Thank you.
Now a chance for Corey. He's trying to win a race against Lamberg. He does. Can't get anything going towards net as Lamberg gets some support from Albrecht, and a chance eliminated for Libertyville. Here's Melokranakis. Bell's coming up the slot. Center to Bells. He gets a shot off, but not much on it. And able to keep it out is Simonian. Under a minute to go here in the second period. The last couple of minutes now, Prep really controlling the pace of things. They've taken the lead again in shots on goal. Fired up the near boards, but kept in by Melokranakis. Lamberg takes below the goal. Waits in the high slot. Kosovic a little bit of trouble handling the puck. Albrecht looking for an outlet, gets it to Kosovic. Deflection, they score! Bell's in front of the net, gets the deflection, makes it 2-0 Prep in the final couple seconds of the second.
Perfect stick from 15, black and gold to get the deflection on that play. We'll take a look at the replay here. Also very timely goal for Prep with just 13 seconds left in the period. The shot comes in from the point and he knew it right away. You get the bench reaction as well. And that goes just high enough to get past the goaltender. And right before the Zamboni intermission, a very different look on the scoreboard.
And Simonian had made save after save here over the last couple of minutes to keep his team in it and keep it at 1 goal. Now at 2-0 lead. The hill becomes that much higher to climb for the Orange Sweaters.
Watch out.
Flips out of play. So final 5 seconds here before we head to the intermission. So Albrecht and Kosovic. Kosovic with his second assist now. Ice Cats seeing if they can get something quick here at the end of the period. There goes the buzzer. That's the end of 2, and a little bit of pushing and shoving as a little bit of frustration starting to show from the Ice Cats. They'll have to go into the locker room, regroup, and hope to make a comeback here in the upcoming third period.
Yeah, and you know, if I'm Prep, you gotta love the way this team is playing in this game. It's definitely a close one. It's a nail biter. No getting around that, but just that second goal is so huge.
Talk about the importance of goals in the first or last minute of a period, how much momentum those can carry either to start a period or going into the locker room. You saw it right there. We'll take a timeout, catch our breath, let the Zamboni clean the ice, come back with third period action in just a couple of minutes right here on your home for AHAI Hockey YouTube Live. Welcome back live here to the Edge Ice Arena in Bensenville for the Combined Varsity Semifinal, game number 1 here on the AHAI Network. Alongside Wes Anderson down at ice level, Dylan Ward to my right, and I'm Max Anderson. Just getting started here in a full night of hockey. It's a 2-0 Prep lead over the Ice Cats. For more on how they're going to look to finish out this lead in the third period, we'll send it down to ice level, where Wes Anderson standing by with Prep head coach Nick Panos.
Thanks, Max. Coach William Bales and Matthew Mathakranakis. Get your team going there in the second period. 2 of your top point getters this season. Just tell me what they've meant to this team.
Say that last part again?
I said, tell me what they've meant to this team this year.
Oh, they've been huge. They were juniors carried over from last year's season, so they know we've been here before. They know what it's at stake, so they've been leaders the whole way.
You take a 2-goal lead coming into this third period. What was your message to your team in that intermission?
We got to keep pressing. We got to be careful on the defensive end, but we got to weather the storm for about a couple minutes and just take it home.
All right, good luck in the third, Coach.
Thank you.
Guys, back up to you.
Thank you, Wes. And you talk about that experience. We talked about it earlier, the heartbreak that Prep had here last year in the semifinal game. Clearly top of mind, finishing, keeping the pressure on, leaving no doubt, because they felt like they left something on the ice last year.
Yeah, well, they do have something in this game that they didn't in that last season, which is a 2-goal lead. With that goal, with the last 13 seconds of the period, that was so huge. But overall, Max, I feel like Prep has been dominating this game, but when the Ice Cats get chances, they get a lot in short sequence, and that reflects in the shots on goal, which are close. Prep leading 17-14.
Yeah, there was 2 or 3 moments there where they got like 3 or 4 shot attempts on goal all at once. They've had those high-quality chances, have not been able to bury them. They got to try to create more. It's a lot of times a volume thing, and for the Ice Cats, they're going to have to create more of those opportunities here in the third period if they want to punch a ticket to the United Center. One of these two teams are going to play in the 1 p.m. time slot at the United Center on the 19th. Underway here in the third period. Back on their home sides are the goaltenders. Simonian had some huge saves at the end of that second period to keep his team at just a 1-goal deficit. And like you mentioned, Dylan, that absolute backbreaker of a goal scored with about 13 seconds left in the second changes this third period in a big way. Here's Scap with some speed and space as Prep was going for an early change. Shot from Scap, blocker to side by Delay. Scap leaves, but finding it is Zinkowicz. Cobb had a man coming up the middle, and Dobrin, stuff attempt, but Delay keeps it out, pushing and shoving after. You would hope here in the third period of a semifinal game that cooler heads would prevail.
Ice Cats get the first shot of the third period there. Delay on top of it. A good start there for the Orange Sweaters coming out of this break. You know, they're going to need a goal soon if they're going to want to make a bid to win this hockey game.
Zinkowicz at the dot against Noss. Noss wins it cleanly. Immediately Zinkowicz wants to keep pressure on. This is a little bit more pressure than really at any point in the first 2 periods we saw from the Orange Cats, and you would assume, the Ice Cats in orange jerseys. You would assume that was a message there in the locker room from Libor Ursinol was got to get a little bit more pressure, make the defensemen for Prep's lives a little bit more difficult here in the third period. Here's Villegas. He tries to chip out. Noss can't knock it down at the blue line, so it has to be played out into the neutral zone. Chipped off the boards, falls to Villegas. Cobb rink wide, finally gets some space. Tyler Cobb, such an important piece of this Ice Cats offense. It's 53 points in 28 league games, but hasn't really been able to get much going here tonight. Orsher fires it around, leaving it for Justin Bennis. Kuden now has it trapped in the corner. Rossi comes to help. Pops out to the slot. Shot knocked down by Bennis. And back the other way comes Rossi. His pass intercepted at center ice by Albrecht.
Great stick there by Albrecht, reaching in there to get the turnover.
Now centering pass wide open the slot. Lamberg, he shoots just wide of the far post. Simonian way out of his net. Had to scramble back to get in place. Here's Lamberg. Shoots. Right pad save. Back door Great defensive play by Charles Corey, as it would have been a goal for Mel Kranakis had he not tied up the stick. Another shot gets deflected, not in on net. This is a lot of the pressure we saw from Prep through the first 2 periods. Sustained offensive zone pressure for extended periods of time. Here's Lamberg below the goal, across to Mel Kranakis. Now point blank, save made by Simonian. And a nice Cats icing. Going to bring it back down into their defensive end.
Well, after that pressure from the Ice Cats early on in the period, it's been all Prep. In the last 2-3 minutes of game time here with 4 consecutive shots on goal, and this was a big chance there, and just chipping it wide, Nicholas Lamberg. And this will give you an idea of how close it was as that just rolls past the post, maybe just a few inches separating that puck from iron.
Bourne swings it across to Schkapp. Here's Lamberg. Lamberg fires it in from center ice. Fouled up chance, but Bell's whiffed on the shot. Trying to chip it out, just gets it past the glove of Kosovic. Albrecht has to scramble back in his own zone to corral the puck there away from Joey Ori. Turns it over with some pressures. Matthew Kazian, a little shot to the back, will play on. Here's Noss as the rest of his teammates go for a change. He gets a shot in on Simonian. Puck still loose. Kept in at the point by Rosansky. Rosansky now battling up the far wall. Taking check after check, but plays the puck along. Eventually, Lucas Kuden comes up with it. Linesman gets caught up in a couple of bodies, but keeps his skates. Now a bad break here. It's a 2-on-0 for Rosansky. Shoots, pad save, follow-up shot, they score! Zachary Dawson gets the rebound, puts it home, makes it 3-0 Prep.
And you know, Max, it didn't look like initially Zachary Dawson was going to make that play. The puck was sort of in his skates, didn't get a clean look on it, but ended up punching it home. We'll take a look at this replay. And yeah, you can see he bobbles it and just gets enough of it to get it on target, and that goes off the goalie's stick and into the net.
Got a piece of it, yep. Almost was able to keep that out in what would have been an incredible save, but nonetheless finds the back of the net. Now the #1 combined team in the state in firm control of this game over the Ice Cats. The task here in the third period becomes that much more difficult for Libertyville. Now a scramble right in front of the net. Eventually has to be iced by Prep, so it'll be an offensive zone draw. Good response shift here from the Ice Cats.
Max, we talk about it all the time here on J&M Media broadcasts. The next shift after a goal, whether you just scored or whether you just allowed, is so important for both teams.
Good response here. The Ice Cats are going to have to get going quickly here. Only 9:52 left in this third period. Here comes Bells. Bells trying to stick handle his way around Villegas. Not able to. Lamberg takes over. He checks Cobb. The Libertyville bench wants a penalty. They're not going to get one. The body's sprawling all over the ice now. As eventually it's going to be Zinkowicz that's guilty of a penalty. Delayed penalty is Delay heads for the bench. This one's going to get touched by Villegas. And Prep, already up 3-0, are going to head to the power play, and this is a danger zone here for the Ice Cats.
Yeah, and you know, the Ice Cats are probably not going to be too happy with that. They thought that they deserved a penalty earlier on the play, not just with the hit into the boards, but you just saw it there, a man taken down as well. But eventually they take one of the Prep guys down, and the ref calls that. So that'll lead to a power play for Prep. You know, it'll be interesting to see the Ice Cats approach here. You're down 3-0. Probably going to see them take a few more chances.
Roughing the call against Zinkowicz. He'll sit for 2. Here's a shot from Albrecht. Looking for a redirection from Lamberg's side of the net, but went all the way through and eventually cleared.
If I'm the Ice Cats, I am rushing down shorthanded as often as I possibly can instead of just clearing it.
Taking every chance you can, no question about it. Here's Bells with some speed up the right wing. He shoots, but not able to get much on it. Gets deflected into the corner. Noah Kronakis along the far half wall. Collects, leaves for Bells. Back up top, Albrecht. Active stick, puck bouncing around. Rossi trying to clear it. He gets it past the glove of Kosovic and cleared with 1:15 left on the power play.
Good penalty kill so far. Not giving Prep very many chances.
Here's Kosovic. 55 to go on the power play. Melikernakis takes it below the goal line. Leaves for Bells. Back up Kosovic. Gets to the high slot. Drop it back down deep. Good puck movement right here on the power play for Prep. Nothing going, and a nice instinctive play by Lucas Kuden. He'll be able to at least clear the puck. Now looking to go the other way is Rossi. Finds something shorthanded. Cobb, who's just had a tough night offensively for the Ice Cats, really has not been able to get anything going, trying to get something started on the penalty kill, but nothing to be had.
Yeah, it really looked like they had something going there on that shorthanded rush, but that drop pass from Rossi to Cobb, you know, for me it was just unneeded, and I think that there was a better play in there. I'm not exactly sure what it was, but I just think there was room in there to get a shot on net and force the goaltender to make a save.
21 to go on the man advantage for Prep. Now an extended conversation going on down on their bench. Wes.
Guys, Prep's actually going to get called for too many men on the ice. Try to make a quick change off that transition play and got caught with too many guys on the ice. So we're going to play 4-on-4 for the next 20 seconds.
So if there's an opening for the Ice Cats, it's right here. They've got to have one on the upcoming minute 40 that they'll have on the man advantage. This one will be cleared and will be icing if it makes it far enough. So 4-on-4 situation here. And Wes, if there's a thought here, possibly down 3, you're 4-on-4, maybe throw a 5th onto the ice and you're going to get a 6th screaming out of the box, assuming you can win the draw. I don't know if that's too aggressive here with 7:30 to go, but something I wanted to throw out there. Prep wins the draw anyway, so good thing they didn't listen to me.
There you go.
Here's Rosanski, the end of the penalty for the Ice Cats. They've got 1:35 on the power play.
Prep with 8 unanswered shots on goal here in the third period.
Noss able to get it out. Now it's going to be a 2-on-1 coming back the other way for Prep. Noss tries to get a shot off, but Schkapp cut up to him, cut off the angle, able to turn it over. Here's Cobb with some speed up the right wing. He's got Dobrin coming down the slot. Cobb tries to go between 2 defenders, has it taken away and cleared. 55 to go on the man advantage for the Ice Cats. Here's Cobb, a nice move around one man. Can't get a shot off past the second, but holds on to the puck here, buying some time. There goes the extra attacker. Empty net for the Ice Cats. Centering pass, puck still bouncing around. And Delay drops his glove on it, but I'm going to give myself a little bit of a pat on the back. It looks like Libor Usternal thinking along with me here in the final 35 of this power play. He wants a 6-on-4.
Yeah, you normally don't see the empty net situation with a 3-goal lead, and especially not at this point in the game with still over 6 minutes to go as we get a timeout called here. But hey, you know, you're talking about your season on the line. League stuff is all over at this point for these two teams. So whoever loses this game is going to go home for the year. For all the seniors, last time they suit up in that respective jersey. So they're going to try everything they can.
So 6-on-4 here. They're going to try to draw something up and get a clean look as quickly as possible, I would think.
25-17, the shots on goal favoring Prep here at this point in the game. Remember, it was just a 3-shot advantage for Prep heading into this period, and they now are at a +8.
Meanwhile, over on the Prep bench, they're preparing, I'm sure, for that 6th attacker. also trailing a man here, so a 6-on-4 opportunity. And again, Ice Cats want to make a run at this here in the last 6:16. Goes without saying, a must-score power play.
Max, I have been here at the Edge Ice Arena quite a few times over the last few weeks for Red Varsity Combined, Junior Varsity, even the girls' games. And boy, do they love this song for timeouts.
The classic here in the third period.
Sometimes they'll mute the bop bop ba and nobody sings it. It's a little funny.
All having a good time here in the third period. Of the big semifinal. Prep looks like they're on their way to a United Center appearance. Can the Ice Cats change that script here in the last 6 minutes? Going to take a Herculean effort. They've got an empty net here in the final 20 seconds of this power play as Cobb takes over in the neutral zone. He can't get it deep. This knocked down by Zinkowicz.
Libertyville section getting loud here. They're not losing hope yet.
Trying to will their team on, find a goal here. Scap carries it all the way into the offensive zone. Tries to go around one man. He's tripped up. That's the end of the penalty. So back to regular play here as this is dumped deep. That's going to be icing against Prep. That's a break for the Ice Cats. They're going to get an offensive zone draw with 5:30 to go.
Interesting to see the coach pull the goalie before the face-off with this much time on the clock. I would get it if there was a little bit less, but you saw Prep win the face-off and really quickly get a chance at that empty net.
Really trying to suffocate that offensive zone. They haven't been able to get that much sustained pressure at any point tonight, so with the season on the line, they're grinding, trying to see if they can make this interesting here in the last 5:30. Chipped off the boards. Melokranakis able to get it out. Now Bell's in the offensive zone. Turns, shoots, he scores! Empty netter. And with 5:19 to go, a 4-0 Prep lead, and they're on their way to the UC.
William Bells with his second goal of this hockey game, his 5th of the AHAI State tournament, as he goes by and celebrates with the bench, then his goaltender. It's into an empty net, and still 5:19 to go here in this third period. Nothing is impossible for the Libertyville Vernon Hills Ice Cats, but it's going to be a really difficult challenge at this point.
Wes, I'm sure you can sense some of the vibes down there on the bench. The players starting to feel what destiny awaits them in just about 9 days' time. The excitement level down on the bench has got to be ever present.
Lamberg's second assist of the game there on the empty net goal.
Melokranakis' second point, first assist. So you have the game's opening goal, power play goal. Prep looking for more. There's a shot knocked down in front by Villegas. Villegas all the way from his defensive zone, gets a shot off, but wide of the net. Just ending this first game though, folks. We've got another one coming up. Just about a half hour from now, we'll have game number 2 of this semifinal between Lincoln Way and a little bit of the upset kids in Chicago North. That one will be right here on the AHAI network. It'll be on that second link, so if you're looking for it, once this one's over, flip over to the second link here on the SHL Network YouTube channel. You'll find we'll be live about 5 minutes before that game starts. See who will meet what is looking more and more like the Prep Hockey Club on the 19th.
Nobody from that Ice Cat student section has stepped foot out of this rink yet. They are all still here.
Centering pass as Corey couldn't handle it.
Supporting their team till the very end.
Protas hasn't got much ice time here tonight, getting a chance towards the end of this game, all the way in on Simonian. He'll leave it for Bourne. Meanwhile, Prep not content at 4 as Jacob Horscher was trying to add to it. With 3:15 left here in the third. Going for this Ice Cats team. It was a huge OT winner over the D12 Chiefs in the round of 16. As I give it to our technical engineer here, Luke Jordan, a member of that team. Sorry, buddy. Had to take a quick shot, but appreciate you doing great work here on the scoreboard. Of course, last round they were able to beat Wabanzi as a shot well higher than that. Meanwhile, Prep's path to this point and likely to a state championship appearance, they beat Romans 4-0 in the round of 16. And Glenbard 3-1 in that Elite Eight.
Max, not to mention Luke Jordan, the Prep broadcaster, home broadcaster. So
shout out to Luke. He's done a little bit of work with us here at J&M Media this year as well. Look forward to having him back next year as well for some more appearances. Hopefully the schedule jives up a little bit better. And that was a little bit of an issue, but appreciate Luke's contributions to the network as well. So Nick Panos, after absolute heartbreak last season, they were the 1 seed. Here's Melo Karnakis looking for one more. Save. Follow-up save. Simonian not giving up at any point here tonight. She makes a big multiple save effort there, keeping it 4-0.
Look at the scrum on our goalie cam here. We get a nice close-up after the whistle, but Simonian with a couple of great saves. And I mean, the game's decided at this point. And he's still diving across to make this stop, and what a stop that is.
Yeah,
didn't realize how impressive that was until we got a look on that goalie cam, but great to see him playing his heart out till the end.
1:54 to go, and like you mentioned, the Ice Cats still grinding on it at the moment. And this is chipped out all the way down the ice, but Nick Panos so close to a state championship appearance last season. Detail that heartbreak, but that heartbreak looks nowhere near here tonight. His team in firm control, up 4-0 with a minute and a half to go. And it looks like they're well on their way to be the first of two here tonight to make that state championship appearance. Avila not given up yet. Wants to see if he can get something in on net.
Every parent on the Prep side here on their feet.
We've got Wes Anderson down on ice level after the game. I'm sure he'll get some thoughts from a few players down on the ice. Hopefully get some thoughts from Nick Panos as well. Here's Rosansky in the final 40, trying to get one more shot off, knocked down in front. Most successful season in the Libertyville Ice Cats program history. 37 wins. They were 17-5-6 in league play, a 5 seed here in the playoffs. A lot of success. And under first-year head coach Libor Ostenal. Future's bright for this program. You got a chance to hear from Libor before the game. He is all business. We were talking off air, but would love to play for him. I mean, just the attitude you want to play for as a young hockey player.
If you weren't around for that pregame interview, he talked about how the expectation when he was brought in as head coach was 10 wins. This club managed 37 wins on the season. They'll finish here after this with a 37-11-8 roster. Unbelievable for a first-year head coach.
More to come from this Ice Cats program, no doubt about it. But here in the last 10, it's all about the Prep Hockey Club. Number 1 seed, high expectations. And they're going to live up to them here as they're going to storm the ice. A shutout for Michael DeLay, and the Prep Hockey Club are headed to the United Center.
What an effort by Prep. You said it, Max, the number 1 seed in this tournament. And in this combined division, it's been nothing but upset after upset after upset. And we're going to talk about that in our next game, too. 2 teams that upset their way to this semifinal. But for Prep, They came in as the 1 seed last season, got knocked out in the semifinal. Talked about it all broadcast long. Some redemption here in 2023, and a better place to play that state championship game too. They're heading to the United Center on West Madison Street.
A 17-save shutout for Michael DeLay. Game-winning goal, of course, was the first one. Came from Matthew Melikanakis. And then along the way, it was William Bells, Zach Dawson, and Bells again with goals. And so I know Wes Anderson, he's grabbing that shutout goaltender first.
Not much of a guessing game when Wes is on the call, huh?
Especially when there's a shutout involved.
Goalie can allow 5 goals. He's still grabbing the winning goalie.
So Wes is still getting them corralled down on the ice, but an unbelievable effort here from Prep, dominant from start to finish, and looks like Wes is all set down there on the ice. So Wes, take it away with the shutout goaltender.
Thanks, guys. Take me through your mind. You've been a rock in net all playoffs. You put up another shutout. Just talk about the confidence that you've been playing with so far in this tournament.
It's such a relief. I mean, oh my God. I'm so glad we got past those demons last year, or the past 3 years, and finally we're going to UC. So I'm excited, confident, but I always got my mind. I always know that something bad could happen. But I'm ready. I think our team is.
You talk about last year and how you guys are able to overcome losing in this same game this year from last year. How excited are you? What are you looking forward to when it come the 19th?
I just can't wait to be in that building. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. That's it, man.
All right, go enjoy with your teammates. I'm going to go talk to your captain. You guys put up 4 goals, but you got the game winner. You also wear the C. You and your line mates combined have over 150 points in league play. Just talk about the confidence that this offense works with from night to night.